One manipulation tactic that a narcissistic individual will use in order to exploit you all the more is those false promises of change, to give you the false hope that if you just hang on a little bit longer, all will be okay. Only with a narcissistic individual, it never works out that way. It's just further manipulation so that they can get their needs met by you. So a few signs that somebody is unwilling to change. And one of the first of these is they constantly make excuses and justify their behaviour. Instead of taking any form of responsibility, they find a way to make it seem like it was okay or that it wasn't their fault. They are very resistant to any form of feedback, any form of advice. They're simply not interested. They believe that they are always right and they don't need that kind of feedback or information from you because you're the one that's in the wrong, not them. They have a history of repeating the same toxic, negative behaviour. They are trapped in a cycle, and the more you show your compassion to try and help and support them, the more they exploit this and repeat the same cycle. They use your support to manipulate and to get away with their behaviour to gain that sympathetic attention. They prioritise themselves above all others. They do not take responsibility seriously. They lack the empathy to care about other people. They're just more interested in getting their own needs met. They have that victim mentality. Now, we can all have been victimised at one point or another within our lives. Narcissistic people tend to adapt that victim mentality. Therefore, they're never responsible for anything. They're resistant to that feedback. They repeat the same patterns of behaviour and they prioritise themselves because they're the victim in any given situation, and they lack the empathy to care for genuine victims because they've always suffered far worse than anybody else. They have that kind of fixed mindset. They are very resistant to change. They enjoy blaming others. Nothing is ever their fault. They're always going to find somebody else to take the blame, take the fall for the narcissist behaviour. They've always got a scapegoat that's going to be the one who treated them so terribly. They're very manipulative and they're very controlling. Now, everyone has the capabilities of changing. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone will change. Some people use their life circumstances in a way where they can then exploit people's compassion so that they can continue their toxic behaviour and continue getting away with their toxic behaviour.